Hey everyone, my name's Fazzetti. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to MineSaga 2.0. This is the second season and there's been a few changes, so I thought I'd have a look at some of the changes and see what they're how they're different. And the first one we're looking at is a new thing they've introduced, and that is a tier 4 hopper. So I'm just going to quickly have a look and sort of compare one of the functions with the tier 1 and the tier 2. Sadly, I don't have a tier 3. But yeah, we'll have a look. So one of the first things to know about this is it has a graphic user interface, a GUI. And it's the first one to have that. The other ones, they just work the way they work and that's it. But this one, you have a bit of control over it. So if you shift right click, it brings up the GUI. We've got AutoSell and it says who owns it here, and we've got an item filter. So we'll have a look at the AutoSell. So clicking on it, it's enabled if the diamond looks like it's enchanted, and it's disabled if it looks like a normal diamond. So I'm keeping it as disabled for a minute because one of the things it does is it transfers items a lot quicker. In fact, it does it one stack at a time. So the tier 1 does it, I think, just at normal speed, which is just like a few items at a time. The tier 2 does it at, what, 5 times that speed. So I guess if it's a few items, that's about 15 items. This thing does it as a chunk at a time. So we're going to have a bit of a look, except I don't know where I left my poppies here. Let me just... We're not going to do a warlock. Look, I'll chuck in one stack of poppies in here, and you'll see that yeah, it's going down, what is it, 5 or 6 or something at a time. So to do a whole double chest of poppies, it would take us 24 minutes. So we're not going to sit around and watch that. I'll take back my poppies from there. The tier 2, let me throw in a couple of stacks there. So we can see, look, it's churning through them a bit better, probably 5 times quicker, because it's 5 times quicker. So this one will do it in, if I could read my handwriting, 2 minutes and 42 seconds, give or take a bit. So, you know, from 24 minutes to 2 and almost 3 minutes, that's pretty good. And they both pick up everything in a chunk, I think, is the way they work. So all of these will pick up stuff dropped in a chunk. So the tier 4, this one does it a stack at a time. So I'm going to chuck all these in here. And you'll see them just disappear a stack at a time. So in this one, a double chest of poppies takes 1 minute and 5 seconds to drain through. So I've looked at some farms and I thought I wish I could pass things through it quicker. The tier 4 with its auto sell switched off will definitely churn through some items. So there might be some advantage to that. But the other thing we can do is just turn it on. So anything that goes into it will sell. So one of the features of the hopper is that you can filter items. So if I left click on it, I see what's in there and there's nothing in there. Press escape to jump back out. If I right click, I can add items. So if I type in poppy here just in chat, and you got to be careful if you spell it wrong or can't work out what you mean, you just randomly say poppy in chat or something and people are wondering what you're up to. So then if we have a look in, get out of there, have a look in here and then left click, we'll see that the poppy has been added to the item filter. So what have I got over here? I've got some iron that you would typically get, and you typically get some poppies. So if I chuck the poppies in here, they're just going to stay there. But when I add the iron, it's going to go through, and we should see it down here because I don't have the cell on. So if we switch that on, you got to remember to have nothing in your hand when you click on that. It took me ages to work that out. So we're now auto selling. So let me take the iron out of the bottom ones here so we know what it's doing. And if I put iron up the top here, it's not going to appear down here because it's selling it. Okay, some of it is sneaking through. Yeah, the chest must be pulling some out. So it goes about 1 a second. There you go. The chest will pull some out, but if there's nothing in there, it'll just like nowhere else for it to go. It will just sell it. And I'm just going to do a bit of a cut and set up something and take away this bottom chest basically, and we'll just see that that works. Okay, so I've just removed that bottom chest, so now when I throw in all my items, obviously it's got nowhere else to go, so it is just selling them. You probably don't see the balance going up, but it's selling them. And it's selling all of them because there's nowhere else for them to go. So I think that's about all I know about this tier 4 hopper. I did have to buy these. You can get them in crates, they're selling me, but I don't know if anyone's actually got them. I guess people have got them in crates, but I bought these ones. But I think they're going to be really good, especially the filtering function. So in my iron golem farm, which is hiding around the corner there, I'm just filtering out the poppies. The poppies sit on the floor and do nothing. The iron goes through, and you don't have to worry about poppies chewing up your valuable hopper inventory space. So that is it for today's video. It was only a bit of a short one. If you like this video, please hit the like button. It does help me out a lot. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot if I've got a few more subscribers. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.